everyone, it's Misha. So today will be another one of those, you know, my current favorites, full face. That's how I like to do them, so you see them in action. This it's a bit different because this is a collaboration with my very good friend Karen from the channel Mrs. Ginger's Beauty. I will link Karen's video below, so please go and check her out. She's really lovely. We've been friends for a while. We've never met, but we talk on the phone at least once a week. She's really sweet. She's got beautiful hair. I thought that would be good because obviously her makeup will be a bit different than mine. She's got different type of skin, so it might be helpful when you see her favorites. She does a lot of reviews. She finds amazing dupes, what's new at the drugstore, and she wears her heart on a sleeve. So, and she talks a lot, just like me. So if you like someone that talks a lot, you will love her. When we get on the phone together, we never talk for less than an hour, so can you imagine? She also has a vlog channel, so she has a couple of channels. So yeah, check Karen out. She's really lovely. I'm sure you will love her. But now let's get started with my full face favorites. Okay, so my favorite foundations lately. I have so many favorites. In fact, with all the products, you know, I've been asked to do this ride or die makeup tag with my Holy Grail product. I couldn't do it because I enjoy so many things right now that it would be really difficult to choose. And I'm still loving my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I absolutely adore the Tom Ford Stick Foundation, but because I used it in my trying new makeup, I thought I will use something different that I also enjoy. And that is a Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. I really like it. It is affordable, it is cruelty free, and it's a really nice foundation. I've got two colors. I've got 04, which is medium beige, and 03, which is light beige. I think because I've got fake tan, I probably will go with the medium beige. I have a look, I might actually mix tiny bit of the lighter one. I really like this foundation. It is pretty cool, full coverage, but nice. I'm going to use my Artis brush of 07. But this foundation applies really nicely with Beauty Blender as well. You wouldn't believe it, but I just got rid of my Estee Lauder Double Wear. It used to be my Holy Grail foundation for years, but no more. I threw it away because it was probably 2 years old and I haven't used it for a long time, and when I did, I didn't like it. I just think that the technology has moved on so much. You can get now full coverage foundations, but once they don't give you that cake face like Estee Lauder can. So yeah. Oh, for primers, you know, I don't need use primers as such. I have some, and some work for me with some foundations, so it depends what I'm using. If I'm using full coverage foundation, I will just use just an SPF, and today I used the Neutrogena Auto Sheer Dry Touch SPF 45. But if I'm using more sheer foundation, I want my skin to be evened out before, then I use something like IT Cosmetics CC Cream because it's got SPF in it, or the Perfect Beauty Perfect 10 Skin Perfection, and that is SPF 30, and I have done review of that product. Okay, now concealer. Concealer hasn't changed really much. I know that in all these favorites you see a lot of the same stuff, but I suppose that's a good thing because you don't. I really like it. So it's the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, and mine is in medium light neutral, and that's the one that I use right under my eyes. I don't use too much here, and I pat this one in with my fingers. I go over my lid as well, eyelid. I don't know what happened with this one. You know, this is I think my third one, but this one seemed to be lighter in colour, and I don't know if it's maybe because I've got more tan. Okay, so when I've pat that in, and now I'm going to set my face, and as you know, I set my face usually with mineral powder, and my very favourite lately has been the Lorac I always forget the name of it, Brighten and whatever, but it is a bit light. It's in medium, but it's a bit light for me, so I'm going to use my old favourite Laura Mercier Mineral Foundation in Rich Vanilla. So I pour some into the lid, and I use the Real Techniques powder brush, and I just lightly buff it in. So that will set my foundation, but also it's not, as you can see, it's not very, like if you do it with a setting powder, your face can look very powdery and dry, whereas the mineral powders always have a bit of luminosity to it. Okay, now I'm going to brighten under my eyes, and I always do it after I've done the Laura Mercier's. I don't put much of that powder under my eyes, and I don't know why I do it that way, but I do. So I'm going to use my Bourjois CC eye cream, and mine is in Light Beige. I love this thing, it's very light, it brightens your under eyes, but it doesn't look heavy. So that goes under my bag. So most of it will go under my bag, and then we will blend it sort of upwards. I will take my little baby beauty blender, although this is not beauty blender. So as you can see, I go mostly under my bag, and with whatever is left I will go under my bag, on my bag. And the side of my nose, so you can see how that brightens up the eye, well, under eye. So I go almost like on my cheekbone with it, and I put most of the product there, and then with whatever is left I go all over, side of my nose and on the top of my nose. Okay, and now I set under my eyes and my T-zone, and this is my new favourite. This is the Kat Von D Lock-It Translucent Powder. Really like it. It has a nice brightening effect, although I really still like my Laura Mercier Translucent Powder, but you know, these videos are not the other products are not my favourite. It's what I've been enjoying lately, what I've been using in the last month or so. I really like to use for this purpose the E.L.F blush brush. I have 3 of them. I bought them ages ago. I don't know, they are just... And again, I start on my cheekbone, and then with whatever is left I go all over the eye. I'm not baking today, you know, I only bake for special occasions, but this is still quite a lot of powder, and I pat it in, and I will set with it my T-zone as well, and that's the powder done. Now I'm going to bronze. This has been my favourite for months. Is the Senna Mineral Mix Advanced Mineral Makeup Pressed Cover and Finish Foundation. Very long name. And so this is like a mineral foundation, but it is pressed. But when I use it in dark, it's perfect bronzer. And as you can see, I've hit the pan on it already. So I absolutely love it. Don't know what this brush is. It's a very old brush that I bought on eBay, and I like using this for this purpose. So I bronze in my Mickey Mouse forehead. My receding patches. I'm not receding, I've always had it like that. So I'm just warming up my face with it. I go on my cheeks lightly and like down the sides of my face. Now I'm going to do a little contour on my cheeks, and I've been loving the Lorac Pro contour palette. I'm not using many powders from here, but I use these, and you know, I've told you I even use these as my eyeshadows, so I've been using that a lot lately as well as my eyeshadow, just in my crease and on a lower lash line, and something shimmering, you know, on my lid. So I've got here the Nars brush, and I use the medium contour for that. Okay, now I usually highlight. I've been really enjoying the Becca Jacklyn Hill palette. I like it because I've got here the blushes and the highlighters, and I've been using the Champagne Pop for my highlight with a fan brush. This fan brush is from that inexpensive brush set called the Palette. I did a review of them, I've used them all, and I had a good discount for it, so I'm sure you remember. Now you don't all have to highlight. Remember, if you've got big pores or any imperfections on the top of your cheeks, that will just bring them out, so you don't have to highlight. I'm a bit addicted to highlight right now. For my blush, I've been loving this one, which is Rose Spritz. It's a shimmery one from this Becca palette. Okay, so that's the blush and everything done. So that would be my face done, and now I always do eyebrows. I do eyebrows after I've done all my base. Now I won't be doing it on camera because I've done few eyebrow tutorials, but I will tell you my favorite product. So I'm loving the Instant Brow Fibers, and I did a whole review of this product, and if I am in a real rush, I will use it with the stencil. You've seen how quick it is, but what I do sometimes, so I will put it, you know, with the applicator gently on some of the fibers on my brows, and then I go with the gel over to set it. I'm still loving the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Brow, so if I use this, I use this first. Then I go into pencil, and this been my favorite, and I don't think they sell it here in the UK. I bought this in US when I was in US. It's the Brow Stylist Definer, and it's, you know, just like the Anastasia Brow is little thin retractable, and I don't think that we do it here in the UK. So I will use that, and then I will set it with the Ready Set Brow from Benefit. Love it. This is so amazing. This will keep your brows where they are. So yeah, these four products are what I've been using lately. So I will go off now and do my eyebrows. Okay, eyebrows done. Now for my eyes, I have been enjoying a lot of things. So like I've told you, I've been using the Lorac Pro, I've been using the Charlotte Tilbury look in a palette, I've been using my Bonbon palette, I've been using my Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, I've been using the Stila one, so I've enjoyed all of them, but I've been using a lot of my Lorac Unzipped, which is like my summer palette, go-to palette, and I have noticed that in few of my last videos, or whenever I had that on, you were all going, oh, what you've got on your eyes, can we have a tutorial? So I thought I use this one today because it is one of my all-time favorite palettes. I will use eye primer today because I have noticed, you know, I've only just bought not long ago this Art Deco 3-in-1 eye primer, and I really enjoy it, especially, you know, I like to put that shimmery eyeshadow and it gives me better finish. So I am going to use it with some synthetic brush. I don't know what this one is, probably some eBay find, but I only will put it on my mobile lid. It evens out your skin tone on your eyes and gives you nice base. It's nice and creamy, but it dries to like a powdery finish. So that should give us nice base for the eye. Now, as much as I enjoy all the other palettes, I am obsessed with Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadows. You know, I like to have this pop of shimmer, and the two that I use the most is the Starry Eyed and In a Spotlight. This one is like a champagne beige, this one is like a peachy color. They actually are very similar, you get very similar effects, so you don't need them both, but I absolutely love them. So even if I use other palette, I usually pop a bit of that as well. So I will use from my Unzip palette the Unreal first, and I do it with my finger. I apply it all over my mobile lid. Yes, I would say that this eye base really helps with it to pop out, because this eyeshadow is not as sparkly as the foiled eyeshadows from Makeup Geek, but it does pop out, so it must be the and also applying it with your finger makes it more saturated. So I usually pop this with my finger, or you could do it with a wet brush. Let's pop a bit of the Starry Eyed or in a spotlight. I will pop a bit in a spotlight just in the middle. These are so smooth. I love them. Okay, now I'm going to take Unspoken. On MAC 217. No, sorry, Unconditional. Unconditional. These are very powdery. You have to tap them off properly. And I'm just going to go in my crease with it, and I will blend it out later. Well, I'm sort of blending it upwards as I go. So I put the brush that way because it's like flat on one side to go in a crease. Then I flip it that way so it's wider, and I blend it upwards. Now I'm going to use Unspoken, which is a bit darker. And concentrate it on my outer 7. Now I'm going to take Unbridled, which is like a burgundy brown, and do the same. So I'm shading the outer part of my eye where the bag is. Well, not bag, the hood. Now I take like a small shading brush and use this Unbridled again I'm just tapping it here in the corner, shading this corner. Tapping is better when you're working with dark colors, so they don't fall out so much, and also, you know, our lids are not very smooth and stretched out, so you're not going to be moving the lid all over the place while you're shading. Then I usually take like a big fluffy, this one is Zoeva 228 brush, and I just make sure it's very, very soft, that I just diffuse that color. I'm like blending the edges outwards and upwards. Okay, now I am going to take a pencil brush and I'm going to go with Unspoken, and I'm going to do the lower lash line. Then I will take Unbridled again, the darkest color, and I will put it just on the outer bit of my lower lash line. Blend it out. So that's the eyeshadow done. Now for my eyeliner, I am using the from Cherry Blooms. You know, these were the products they have reviewed for you from Cherry Blooms, the eyebrow and that. I love that for like a really thin line. It's really nice, stays on all day. So I use that. I will be also using false lashes. So let me do the line. I'm only doing very, very thin line on my lash line. And this is so easy with this liner. Just so when I put my false lashes, I don't have a gap there. Now I will do my lashes. I don't have to tell you what my favorite mascara is the Kiko Ultra Tech, and if you're watching it for the first time, they've discontinued this, but you can still get it on Kiko's website and it's on sale right now, and they ship worldwide. So if you want to get it, I will leave all the links to these products down below. And you know, I like using my like for every day, the E.L.F Fleur de Force 3/4 lashes, and I show you these ones that I will use today. I love them as well. They give you sort of, they are not too dramatic, but they give you like a doe eye appearance. I need to wait for my mascara to dry. Okay, for my lashes, I'm going to use, and you've seen them before because these are one of my favorite style lashes, Cocoa, but I can't remember the, you see how they have invisible band and I like, have like sections of hair. I can't remember the number of it, I think it's 102, but I will, because I don't have the box anymore, I just keep them in my pill box. And I'm using my Esquido Lashes Glue, my favorite glue. Remember, when you apply lashes, the most important thing is to wait at least a minute for the glue to dry a bit and go tacky. There is the first one. I find this really easy to put on as well. And remember, I always push them up once they stack, so they go up, not down. Let's do the other one. Okay, eyelashes are done, so now I'm going to put mascara on my bottom lashes. Got these little flyaway hairs. And that's my eyes done. Now for my lips, you know, I've been doing a lot of nude beiges, but I've been lately fancying a bit of a pink, so my combo is the Dior Airy Mauve. You see how little it is. I've used so much of it. I really like it. It's one of my favorites, like mauvey pinks. Karen has actually sent me a full size because she got it herself and she doesn't like it, so then for my lipstick, I'm going to use the Rimmel Kate in 45. Love that lipstick. It smells so gorgeous. And then I'm going to use Buxom Gloss in Kimberly, which is beautiful shimmery pink. I like my glosses. So that's the finished look. These were my current favorites. As you can see, there is a lot of all-time favorites, I would say, a lot of repeats, but like I said, I've enjoyed so many things lately that it's hard to pick. Please remember to go and check out Karen's video and subscribe to her channel. But that's all from me. Thank you so much for watching and I see you soon. Bye!